What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Car Park Convos with me, Cav.
Emmy RESHMA.
This is episode 2. Today, we're talking about... What are we talking about?
Well, I don't want to talk about Christmas again, but how was your Christmas? Because it's the 27th today, so we've just had lockdown Christmas.
Lockdown Christmas was interesting, to say the least. We had this crazy Zoom call, but...
I think a lot of people were doing Zoom calls.
Yeah. A lot. But, well, I don't know about you, but like my family is quite... My mum's side of the family, especially, we've got loads of people there.
Okay.
And everyone was just trying to talk over each other. So we were just like...
I feel like that's what always happens on Zoom calls when you have so many people on a call. That's cool, though. We didn't actually do anything like that. I think everyone did a good, WhatsApp. Everyone WhatsApp messaged everyone as usual. And we were just at home, just me and the fam. Did a chilled Christmas. Do you know what it is? It's that borderline between really relaxed and chilled, which is actually what it was. But then it kind of crosses over into bored slightly.
Yeah, because once you eat food and then you just like... Was it me? It was like there wasn't even that many good movies on.
No, what did you watch?
I was so surprised.
Didn't watch anything good.
I watch Only Fools and Horses, like I normally do.
Oh, that's a good one.
And that's it really. That's the only Christmassy type thing I kind of watched properly.
We couldn't find a good Christmas movie, I'm not going to lie. I kind of messaged a few people and no one came back with any good suggestions. Usual Home Alone.
Yeah, yes.
Yep.
You know what? I watched Home Alone.
So
Home Alone 2 actually.
Standard. Well, Home Alone 2 was on TV, so we watched that one later on in the day. In between, we watched Ritual just because we were watching Home Alone. Mum was like...
On Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is one of my like, old school...
So we watched that.
Childhood movies.
So we watched pretty much the similar kind of movie all throughout the day.
What, Macaulay Culkin themed? Yeah. Makes sense.
But that was it. So Christmas is now over. All of that for...
You know what? When this like... I call it the purgatory stage of like between Christmas, after Christmas and like before New Year's, where you're just like...
What's going on?
Where am I? What is this? Like,
It's a bit lost because some people are on holiday. Well, you probably have like longer holiday anyway in between, and then you're just a bit like waiting for New Year's.
Yeah. I don't like it because normally it breaks it up because I go out Boxing Day. Yeah.
Okay.
Have a couple of drinks, catch up with some people. How was Christmas? Because that wasn't a thing this year. I'm just there like, yeah, cool. I'm just gonna stay at home. Like I said, I went to sleep early yesterday. That's how dead it was.
I mean, that's okay. I think that's normal. I knocked out before dessert on Christmas Day. I'd eaten so much. Was so tired from the whole day. Just knocked out. Clearly not used to doing anything anymore.
What time was dessert?
Well, I think it was about 8:30 I fell asleep.
A lot of people fell asleep way earlier. Well, only because they were drunk and not tired or bored.
Oh, it wasn't even that. I was just knackered from the whole day of just almost like doing nothing but doing stuff at home, like trying to find things to do, like games and watching things and snacking. I think it was the overeating, if I'm honest. But yeah, now we're in that period in between, and then it'll be New Year's. How you feeling about New Year's 2021? Woo!
Okay, so I think we're gonna name this what? New Year's New Me?
Yeah. ?
Because every year it's like, yeah, you know what? New Year, New Me. But is it really a new you though? You know what I mean? Like, I said that last year, but...
Why did you say that last year?
Well, I didn't say it last year. Like, I wanted to mean it, like not a new me, but like a better version of me. Mm-hmm. And I kind of went through with it. But obviously, no one knew what was going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think everyone kind of just forgot about their New Year's resolutions and threw it out the window.
As soon as it hit like March, it was like, oh my God, pandemic.
Even though some people could have like carried on their New Year's resolutions, but... I don't think they did it. I know I didn't. But
why do you think people wait till New Year's to make resolutions?
I think it's kind of like a super fresh start. It's like the Monday of all Mondays,
Yeah.
People are like, I'm going to start on Monday. Well, no, I'm going to start in the new year. Like,
I think if you come to like November, December and you need to make some changes or you want to make some changes, you kind of just long it out to New Year's. And I think you need that definite or indefinite date. And it's a good date to have, 1st of Jan.
Yeah.
Make the changes that you've been wanting to make. I agree with people who say you can make those changes at any day. So if today I want to do this, I should just start doing it. I shouldn't wait till the 1st of Jan.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. But it's like the weekend. Sometimes I'm going to make this change on Monday. And like you said, it's like the most freshest Monday you can have.
Ultra Monday.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if it's like, I think last year, actually, New Year's Day was actually on a Monday.
I'd have
I
no
think-
idea.
But if this year, okay, if it wasn't my bad, but if it does start on a Monday this year, can you imagine like the Monday of all Mondays starting off like?
It's weird because so have you got things in your head? You're like, yep, 1st of Jan next year, 2021. This is what I'm gotta do.
Yeah. This time I'm planned. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fully ready.
But you do realise, like we said this in the last episode, like COVID and the pandemic isn't gonna go away.
No, I know that, but I've planned it around that.
Okay.
So
I think you kind of have to.
you have to. That's what I mean. You can't just. I mean, part of me is like, oh, gym's going to be open because I've not been gym for a whole year. So I'm thinking I want to go back in there.
Yeah.
That's by choice, by the way, not because of COVID, just by choice.
Okay.
So I'm thinking gym, eating healthy, which I can do from home anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and just being all mindful and just.
Isn't it mad? Like the gym has the most subscriptions in January. Like so many people go to the gym. That's their New Year's resolution.
Well, apparently, like a good chunk of those people quit after like February or like anything after that.
Do you think it's just because they feel unhealthy in December and then come Jan, you're like, yep, I need to just get back in shape a bit. And then you go into Jan, you're not eating as much crap, really, because Christmas is over. And then you're like, yeah, I feel all right.
I feel like that's what they do. They're like, I think they go put all the old new year, new me. You know, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to change my physique. I'm going to change me being this blodge on the couch for the last month or so, you know.
But then do you think that's what like eventually happens again? So you come Jan, you go gym, you get a little bit in shape, you feel a bit good like about yourself again. And then by Feb it's kind of like, yeah, I'm all right again. I'm all right. But then it's summer. And that is another time I think people are like, yeah,
Everyone's
summer bod.
Yeah, summer bod. All like this. Yeah. I feel like if people want to make a change, like you said, they can do it any time. And they would implement it into their lives as a daily routine rather than just a seasonal routine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, beginning of the year, before Christmas or like summertime, those time. But I think people just do it because it makes them feel good for a period of time. You know?
Yeah.
And it kind of keeps them busy. But I'd like to implement that into my own daily routine as a part of like my life now, rather than just like I'm doing it to get healthy. I want to be continuously healthy for the rest of my life, you know?
Yeah. I mean, at least you've got that reasoning behind it, and it's not just, I've just eaten so much shit in December, now I'm just going to get into the gym in Jan and then feel better, and that's it for a little bit.
No. So what are your New Year's resolutions? Or resolution? One or two or many?
Well, I do go to the gym, but I don't go enough. So I am going to try and go more frequently like I used to.
Okay.
What else? Do you know what? I actually am a firm believer in like the changes that you want to make, you just do whenever. I didn't even think about New Year's because there's been so much going on this year. And nothing's changed. Anything I'm doing now, I can carry on doing in Jan. There's nothing major that I'm like, oh, I should do this. Maybe just... basically in 2020 I got like a planner, I got really organised, you know, I started planning my days out more, my time better, and that kind of went out the window because during lockdown you couldn't do half the stuff that you would do
everything
anyway.
is just for it, yeah.
My planner was pretty much empty for about 6 months. There was nothing to put in it because I wasn't doing anything. I'm not sure if I can do much in come Jan Feb anyway, but just managing my time better. I don't think I planned in lockdown and COVID within my time. Because you didn't know what was happening, what you could and couldn't do. So I think I have a better idea of that now. So yeah, just kind of managing my time better.
It's you know, time management is it's doable.
Yeah.
If you have something to do in it, like you would just say, like, oh, I'm gonna do something, but then you've got all the time in the world, but nothing to do, nothing to manage. You know.
Yeah, but I think what I want to do is find things that you can still do within the lockdown restrictions, within what is coming anyway. Although I think in Jan it's going to be like a national lockdown again. Not to talk about lockdown. Again and again and again.
No.
But that's literally the main thing. It affects everything, which is so frustrating, but it's true. So I think just now getting used to how things are, trying to plan around them. I think, like, I don't want to spend another,
You've had a whole year to practice planning around. Yeah.
I don't want another 6 months where I'm, not doing anything or anything substantial that I want to do just because I'm, like, restricted. So, yeah. Even if it's for, like, just going out and about, going for walks, or if something is open or something, you know, you can go there and do something.
And do it.
Yeah.
That's my plan, you know, to try and find everything I can that's open, that's
Desperate times.
that's doable, and do it. You know, I feel like next year I'm gonna be more connected to nature. You know,
Yeah.
one with the earth and whatnot.
Okay.
Because
And hug a tree.
I hug a tree. What's wrong with hugging a tree?
Nothing. I'd hug a tree. I think I hug a tree now.
You know, you'd hug a person, and some of them are more
I'd rather
dead
hug
than
a tree.
trees. You know, some of them are more cold than trees. Have you ever had a dead hug before?
Yeah, it was like
It's like this.
okay, it was like touching. It was just like a touch.
You know,
not
I'd
even a hug.
rather hug a tree than some human beings. I swear to God.
Yeah, relatable. But yeah, I think New Year's going to be interesting. I think 2021 is going to be interesting. There's just so many uncertainties. Not to make this whole thing quite serious about 2021 and stuff, but yeah, I just want to have more fun. I just want to get over the fact that there is a pandemic. Be safe. Do all the things that you got to do. Stick by restrictions, etc.
Be safe and.
But still, like, you know, you can't stop living and doing stuff. I think some people are content. They're just, it is what it is. You're at home, whatever. You know, someone said to me, like, they feel bad for the people who don't have anything to do in lockdown because they don't have any hobbies or they don't have.
Well, I'm sure people like form hobbies during pandemics like this. You know, a lot of people are like, actually, I've got all the time in the world. Let me find something that I want to like.
You'd like to think so. I mean, imagine they've spent all the time watching everything on Netflix. Netflix completed because you've seen everything there is possibly to watch.
Do you know what? That was me. That was literally me watching Netflix. I was like, nope, seen it. Don't want to watch it. Like I rewatched Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Friends, The Huge, you know, all of that stuff. And I was just like, oh man, I've got nothing else to watch.
Yeah, that's not like... Do you know what? I think loads of people did that. I think I did that initially as well because I was like, I've got all this time to kill. Let me just see what's on Netflix or whatever. Or on YouTube even. Just watching things on YouTube that you wouldn't even normally watch. But just because you have the time to, you're just like clicking and you get into that rabbit hole of random videos and end up watching someone, I don't know, throw a ball and their dog runs to catch it and it's like the most interesting thing in the world.
I feel like maybe that's why we started this, you know, because we watch so much YouTube. We're like, you know what? They're missing something on YouTube. Let's put this on YouTube so people can watch.
Just the more random
and you guys
stuff.
are actually watching it or listening to it, you know, either or.
Yeah.
I felt like at one point I like rinsed YouTube.
Yeah.
And I started like literally learning from YouTube, like using it as a teacher.
Yeah, that's I think the best outcome of probably.
So this whole year I've learned how to like properly like video edit.
Yeah.
Which is great. Just from YouTube, like doing this. I did some seminars here and there, but YouTube is a fantastic teacher. People are paying university fees. Why? You know?
Just go on YouTube.
Literally go on YouTube. There's everything on there.
No, that's very true.
Yeah, I mean, if people really want to do a hobby or learn to do something, then I think YouTube is a way forward.
Imagine but you're not used to it. Like in a weird way, there's some people that I know, and all their life kind of was, you go to the office, you go to work, then you come home and you've got your family or your partner or whatever, and you spend time with them at home. And that's your daily life. You don't really have any hobbies to incorporate into that. So then when lockdown happens, you're a bit screwed because you're just like, you're not used to doing anything else. So you kind of go on walks, you know, the standard, which is actually, you know, I think a really beneficial thing to do.
Definitely.
But then to just start something in a pandemic where not a lot of things are open to you or accessible to you.
True.
Is really hard.
Imagine starting painting and then you realise all the paint shops are closed. But then, actually, you got Amazon, innit? I mean, you can order stuff.
Oh
off
yeah,
there.
forgot about Amazon.
And you can, I say Amazon, online shopping. People, I'm not promoting Amazon. I'm just saying online.
There
shopping,
are other websites you can shop.
There are, yes, you know. So, yeah.
No, but that's the thing. That's what I wonder. Now that, like, I think I mentioned this last time, my office is open so people can go in. And people still do go in all the time because they still like the routine of work, office, and then home.
So did you not have the option to be like, yeah, you can work from home or...
When it was like lockdown and you literally were not allowed to go into the office.
National lockdown.
Yeah, we worked from home and then they opened it up again and we're still in the office like most days in the week, which is fine. But it's just interesting to see what people have done during this time. I mean, we've had so much time, and then when you talk to people, they're like, so how have you coped and what have you done? And taking it into 2021, I think most people just want to get back to what they used to do.
Yeah.
The old
Literally.
routine. Whereas I'm like, oh my God, I've
The
had all this
routines they
time.
used to complain about.
Yeah. If I go back to the same old routine and nothing has changed in the last year, despite whatever restrictions and, obstacles we've had in the way, damn, that's a year wasted.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way. But like I said, new year, maybe not new year, new you, but new year, new outlooks.
Do you mean people are like, new hair, who this? It's like, well, it's you, clearly, with a new haircut.
Well, you said new hair, new this. Isn't it new phone, who this?
Whichever, new something, who this? It's like, it's just you. It's just you.
Okay, let's say that then. New something, who this? That'll be my New Year's catchphrase. Like, I'll be recognisable, but not recognisable.
Okay.
In that kind of,
I think it's important to have the goals and all of that. I think at any point in the year, if it's on New Year's that you do it, whatever, that's fine. That's good. Like I said, either way, it's good that you do it at some point.
I feel like as long as you're improving yourself constantly, then it doesn't matter when you change or if you choose to change. As long as you're continuing to improve yourself or better your life around you, then it's all cool.
Yeah.
I
think it's also hope. Like, I think everyone is really hopeful that the new year is actually a bit better, has to be better than this year. And if you don't have that hope, it's a bit like, what are you doing? What are you going to the new year for?
Yeah, true. I don't know. We won't go on for long because, what's happened there? The camera kind of messed up a little bit.
I think it's fine.
It went upside down.
It does that.
Oh, okay.
Just carry on.
Anyway, we're not going for rambling on about this, but it's just a new year's coming up. This year's been sucky for a lot of people, but going into the new year, knowing what we're prepared for now, if everyone can become a community more so, help each other out, and we can all achieve our New Year's resolutions or just whatever you want to achieve this year together, as a community. I feel like that.
What do you mean as a community though? Like you and your neighbours and everyone around you?
Just people who your
social group?
Anyone. Literally. It doesn't have to be a social group. Like, look at people like commenting or people on social media and stuff like that. They're always like, hey, you post something up and they give you people look for likes, innit? And I say look for people get likes and comments and stuff, and it's sometimes positive, sometimes negative, but majority of the time it's like, oh, good job, this looks good, you look good, oh, nice plate of food or whatever it is, stuff like that.
We're in a very content-driven society, just time right now, and everything is about content and just what you're putting out there, how much you're putting out there. It's very jarring, if I'm honest. It says the girl who's clearly making some content for YouTube right now. But it is. I was thinking about it yesterday, and I've talked to 3 or 4 different people in the past 2 days about content, and I was like, oh my God, how much content can you possibly make and put out there? A lot, apparently, because I've seen other people do it.
People are glued to their phones, glued. TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that. I don't feel people are glued as much as Twitter, as in TikTok, but I see people even on Instagram now, TikTok at the bottom, just don't get it.
Cross social media.
It's a good platform. It's a fun platform, but I don't agree with it. And that's something we can talk about next time because it's way more conspiracy type shit.
I think it's all the same. Social media, whatever you're using, it's taking up your time. It's taking up your energy. You're on your phone doing it. Yep. I think most social media is phone related. Apart from you can watch YouTube on anything, but still a lot of people watch it on their phones.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with it, but I think, do you feel like in the new year you want to be less on your phone on social media?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah?
I think the only thing I'm going to be doing on social media and on my phone is watching this, right? Uploading this and just putting my creativity out there because obviously I'm a photographer, so I like to put out stuff.
Yeah. See, content.
And that's it. It's content. Yes, you're right.
I'm not saying content's bad, by the way. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that life is so much revolving around content, other people's content, your own content. It's just a lot of it.
Well,
now.
It's kind of my job, isn't it?
It's a lot of people's job. That's the thing. There's a lot of industries where if you're self-employed, it's a lot about it's a form of marketing.
Yeah.
So you're making content to put out there so that you market yourself, which is essential. And actually, it's a free marketing tool, and I would use it. I do use it.
Yeah.
So but it's just so funny. It's like I'm always caught between the two. It's like I want to make content and put stuff out there because it's beneficial and it's fun, but then I'm also like, oh no, like I just want a life without social media and all the stuff that's affiliated.
Exactly. You want to be like the Zen monk life, but at the same
Yeah.
time have that fun social
Does anybody
media.
else feel like they're ever torn between the two? Because honestly, I have this battle with myself very, very frequently.
Have you ever done a social media like detox before?
Yeah. There are times when I'm not even on my phone that much. I'll just reply to like essential messages.
Okay, I mean at all.
Like, what do you mean?
As in like a detox completely.
Like, just delete the apps.
Yeah.
No, because I think when I don't want to go on it, I'm quite good at restricting myself. There'll be days when I post loads, and then there'll be days when I go a bit MIA, and that's just me because I'm just like, oh, too much.
I think last year I did a like a month, like no social media, no nothing. Best month of my life. I just felt at peace. You know, I felt more connected with what I was actually doing.
Yeah.
Like my drawing, I was drawing a lot then. So. You know.
But were you on your phone like contacting people? Because
No, I don't know about you, but you know, I'm here. I'm paying like £75 a month for like YouTube and you know Instagram. So I'm gonna use that shit now.
But that's the thing. But I think the hard thing about like you can have a social media detox and all of that, but then this is what I mean with the pandemic and everything that's happened. You're not seeing people as much, so the only really way you can contact a lot of people is on your phone. And I think that's another reason people have been on their phone. It just happens to be that everything's on your phone, so you're contacting people that you haven't seen in ages, and that's your only form of communication.
But isn't that a bad thing though? Like, I mean, if I've not contacted someone in like a year, right, I don't feel like I need to contact them, like just because I don't have nothing else to do.
But I think a lot of people did. It was like, well, I've got time, I've not spoken to, you know, X, Y, and Z in like a year, let me at least give them a call or a message. Or even, you know, the person, your best mate that you used to see every week and you couldn't see anymore. The only way you could speak to them is through your phone.
Yeah, true, like FaceTime and stuff like that.
Yeah, or, you know, the only way you could see what someone's doing is through their Instagram stories, for example, to keep up with what everyone's doing. Because normally you would spend time with them and you would do stuff with them, but you couldn't. Like, definitely with my friends, the only way of communicating in the last 6 months is through a phone.
Oh, yeah, true.
And if I wasn't on there, and if I wasn't seeing, you know, some of their Snapchat stories or some of their Instagram stories, I almost wouldn't, we would never meet to have that conversation. I wouldn't see it.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, pros and cons, guys. Pros and cons.
Pros and cons, yeah. About social media and staying off it or staying on it, or just, you know what, try and have a balance in it.
Yeah.
That's it. The perfect balance. I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to figure it out, but...
And I think New Year also, like I said, I think people didn't anticipate for also us to not meet other people for so long.
Mm-mm.
That come the New Year, if you can go out for a walk with someone, plan that in. That's a way for you to see them. You can't go out, you can't go for dinner, you can't go to the bar or whatever you'd normally do with them. But if you can go for a walk, I'm going to try and plan more things like that in.
Definitely, yeah. Like, I'm going to start I do my AM cardio, so that's in the morning. That's one walk out the way.
Yeah.
I get 2 walks in a day. That's perfect for me.
Yeah.
So that's that. I don't care about the cold, because once you're 10 minutes in, it's not really that cold.
True.
Some people are just like, oh my God, it's dark and cold and rainy. First of all, it's rain. You're not going to melt, right? And the cold is the cold, innit? Like, there are countries way colder than this.
Completely agree with everything you're saying. Will I be going on morning walks or runs or any exercise in the dark, in the cold?
Probably not.
No.
Yeah, knowing you, I've known you for a long time, and no, that's not really your flex, is it?
Not really doing that. I don't even like leaving my house when it's dark, because in my head I'm like, oh, it's not even light yet. Did you know that you could get these lights? I'm not plugging anything. Someone told me about this and I need to get one. That are like daylight lights. So when it's early in the morning, when you've got to wake up but it's dark outside, the light makes you feel like it's lighter.
Yeah, but then you open your curtains, you're depressed again.
Yeah, but yeah.
Your
But if
face.
it helps in any way, like, you know, if I wake up and I'm less tired because there's some form of light that's like daylight, yeah, I'm going to look into that. I think that would help me. Could help some of you guys watching as well.
True.
So, FYI.
But look, at least we live in a country where you've got regular whatever it is. Some other countries have daylight for like 10 minutes and then it's dark again.
Yeah, that's so messed up. I feel bad for them.
You know what I mean? So,
Today's actually really sunny. Freezing, but sunny.
yeah. Right, on that positive, sunny note, we're going to have to, well, we're ending this episode on a positive note.
I mean, guys, what are your thoughts on New Year's resolutions? Are you about them or are you not about them? And if you do have any, put them down below. Any random New Year's resolutions, be good to hear them.
And to those listening on Spotify, sorry, you can't comment.
No, do you know, for anyone who's listening on Spotify, you can tweet us if you want to, or you can Instagram, DM us or something.
Yeah, tweet us.
We'll still pick up
everything will be in the
messages.
description. So, yeah, have fun with that.
We never put our Twitter in last time.
Yeah, I put the Instagram, but I didn't put the Twitter.
You know, you got all these forms of social media.
We're still getting used to
us on any of them.
We're still getting used to this. I'm still getting used to this, being a camera, talking, and whatever it is.
New podcast. Who this?
Yeah, but we'll try. We'll do like weekly podcasts just to keep it rolling. Routine.
Yeah.
Goes back to routine.
Yeah.
So,
and I hope everyone's enjoying just us having a chat in the car.
Yeah, definitely. And on that note, we shall see you next week.
Have a lovely New Year's, because this should go out before New Year's. So, yeah.
Yes, it will go out. Bye. Maybe they're busy.
They're not busy.
Maybe?
They're not busy.
Whoa,
I know.
I don't know. What the hell ASMR would you do in a car, though? It's me starting the engine.